Hi, Plush. I was getting the stream title changed. Also, hi, VOD watchers. Thank you for showing up and seeing the VOD. I realize there's the music. Realize it doesn't, not always streaming at the best time. Alright. Some things have changed, quite obviously. I figured I'd just skip the starting and just sit here and chill with the VOD watchers while people get in. Yeah. I need to post that I'm live. That is a good idea. I need to do that. I don't even have the right stuff open. I was making tea. Today's tea is... I don't have the right path tab. Today's tea is a good old milk tea. I have a green honey, or honey green if you would prefer. I need, not that, this link, yes. Making this bice better. Oop, and where's the little picture I made? This one. Alright. Also, I'm very happy I changed the VTuber, obviously. I don't think I used this one last week. This is, like, entirely brand new. And I'm loving it. What ramen do you like? Oh... That's actually a hard one. I grew up with chicken all the way, absolutely. I was a bizarre kid. I still do this. I still love this. I just don't do it anymore. Growing up, because I'm a little kid, I'm not gonna eat the full thing. So while my sister or my mom or whoever is doing it, I think it was usually my sister who did this for me. Or one of them, at least, 2 sisters. They would give me half of the ramen. So I just sit there eating the raw noodles while the other half cooked, and I did that I used to do that for a while. I still love, there's like old tweets too. I still love nomming on like raw or like uncooked spaghetti. It's so good. Or not raw necessarily, but dry spaghetti, packaged spaghetti without cooking it. I need to still post. I'm getting caught up. I absolutely love it, because the thing is, spaghetti tastes like my pumpkin seeds. I've been eating pumpkin seeds for years at this point. Ignore my typing. I missed a word. There we go. This one. Because spaghetti, it kind of has the same taste, or like aftertaste. It reminds me of the taste of pumpkin seeds. And so I love it specifically for that. There we go. Okay, all that's done. Oh, we're good. My family has made chicken ramen as a kid, but I love the cup noodle shrimp ramen. Ooh, yes. As a kid, we got the uncooked ramen and shook it inside the bag plus spice. Ooh, I haven't done that. I was really basic with my ramen. What? Oh, here's the funniest thing. I grew a spice tolerance. For majority of my life, I did not have a spice tolerance, except for currently, and when I was really young. Apparently, when I was really young, I'd eat the spicy chips that no one else in the house would eat. I don't know why, but then I, like, apparently just immediately lost it. And so majority of my childhood, and up until a few years ago, I just didn't eat any spicy things. And I grew a spice tolerance specifically because I wanted shrimp ramen, but the only ramen I could get was the spicy shrimp, or the only shrimp flavored ramen I could get was the spicy shrimp flavor. So I specifically grew a spice tolerance purely and only for that. It's like so ridiculous. Let me move myself down a little bit because I'm jumping out of frame. There we go. Or like you can see the cutoff, and I don't want that. Let me activate the A server. Did you do saltines and ramen? No. I never really liked crackers growing up, actually. I think about it. I don't really eat them. I'm trying to think. Because the only time I really ate crackers was... the only time I really ate them was like Cheez-Its. Which I still love, but I get off-brand Cheez-Its now because they taste better and they're cheaper. You move that off the side. There you go. I honestly can't think of many times that I'd eat crackers. I know my mom does when she gets sick. Her go-to is just a bag of saltines. I honestly can't think of it. Occasionally, I'd have like oyster crackers, oysters ones with. I don't think pretzels are crackers. I seriously don't think that, because pretzels are like bread. Because there are like the chip variant of pretzels, but I'm not. You'd think that should be really thin pretzels, right? I'm looking this up. I'm curious now. It is considered a cracker. Okay. It is. I would think it'd be considered a bread, but no, it is considered a cracker. You're right. Okay. I would have thought. Okay. Yeah, the thin pretzels, but pretzels, period, are just considered a cracker, apparently. Okay. Crackers over chips, that's fair. Honestly, there's just not any chips I like anymore. I didn't fix sound alerts this time, that sucks. I was gonna do that. I forgot to. I forgot that was something I needed to do. Oh, the September chat identity. Oh, nice. It's just a guy. He's just a guy. So cute. I've been into popcorn, but the texture it leaves on fingers is I have two solutions for that. Both of them sadly do cost money, but or actually, unless you just have chopsticks laying around the house, because that's my other one. Or the way I did it growing up, I am just a buffoon that likes eating popcorn like a frog, because it's fine. It doesn't hurt my hands. Just eat it like a frog. But currently how I go about popcorn, I have like a microwave popper, a like little glass bowl. And so I can do that. And I also have like miniature, like smaller plastic ones as well that are like little cups basically. But I got the glass bowl and then the cups. I usually use the glass bowl. And the school I grew up with, the elementary school I went to, and technically also the middle school I went to, we had a popcorn Friday, and my mom was the popcorn lady, so I know the secrets of the popcorn, and it's coconut oil, just like, and then of course a very specific salt, the same as like with movie theaters. And so we got like a bit of coconut oil a while ago for, I think my mom did like chocolate covered strawberries, marshmallows, and whatever else we had on hand with my nephew. And so we still have coconut oil, and I've been slowly using that in my popcorn just a little bit, because if I do any more than just a little bit, I honestly need to switch back to butter, because I remembered why I stopped eating, because some years into doing this, it was like so much. What happened is you would pay for the popcorn Fridays. You would pay 25 cents for a piece of popcorn and $1 for licorice. And it was like so many dollars, it was like $5-10, and you could have popcorn the entire year. And every year I was set up with that from my mom. And at some point I just started throwing them away because I did not want to eat them at all. And I remembered, because I've been doing this for a bit now, basically every time I make popcorn I've been using the coconut oil method. And the last time I ate it, I'm just like sitting here, I'm like, this is eating oil. I don't like this. I need to switch back to just doing butter. Room is dark right now. It's nice compared to the Goodwill fluorescent lights 8 hours a day. Oh no. Yeah, fluorescent lights suck. Also, bags of candy are not variety enough. I think it's a scam. Coconut. Yes. And coconut nut is a giant nut. Eat it like a frog, but it's in a bag. That's fair. That was one good thing about where I worked for when I was doing boba and working as a bobarista, if you will, is we had like, it was at the very bottom of a like more modern, like recently built apartment building. And so we had more modern lights, really tall ceiling. So we had 2 switches for the bar lights and then the front lights. And then we also had just a generic switch for the back. the bar light and front light, we also had like a full dim thing. So when it got close to the end of the night, what we would do while there was like nearly nobody there is we'd slowly dim it until it was like almost off, but you could still tell it was on to get people to not come in. You'd be surprised, because we closed at like 8. You'd be surprised how many people want late night boba. We had people, several times during my shifts, we had people call in minutes before closing, or come in minutes before closing, asking if we were open, because they wanted boba. Because we did nothing but boba. We did boba and coffee. Boba, coffee, tea. That's it. I think the most ridiculous request, though, I understand where it comes from, but we were the wrong place to ask. Somebody came in asking if they had any drinks that didn't have any sugar in it. We were a boba place. And literally outside, on the glass windows, we had a painted mural of our signature thing, which was ice cream with your boba drink. Like, we were the worst place to ask. Only coconut thing I like is body armor. That's fair. I think it's the only coconut thing I like, too. Or no, I like a couple coconut things. It's a hit or miss for me. When I played a Cold Stone, they told me their busy hours were 9 to 10 p.m. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. We actually, from my friends, like, guessed that most of our customers are, like, a younger age, but no, we saw everybody. My favorite thing to see was there was a group of young kids that come around every couple weeks or so. Because we had the ice cream with the boba, but you could also just get the ice cream itself in a little container for a couple bucks. I think it was like $2 or something. So they're like a little group of kids that come in for their ice cream. And but on that, me and my friend went to ice cream shop. She asked if any ice cream was vegan. The person was like, "Is that a joke?" I know there's a picture out there on the internet of like vegan ice cream, and it's just a tub of ice. Oh yeah, and my other favorite customers to see were younger or older millennials taking in their parents. Especially, I mostly saw this out of the Asian community and like minority communities. But it was so cute to see them taking their parents in and showing them, because we had a fairly modern setup. We had electronic kiosks, which is what made the job so good for me, because it was only if somebody had like if the kiosks were down, if somebody had cash, or if somebody had like a voucher, gift card, so on, or if it was like another employee coming in and using their discount, was when we used the actual cash register. Otherwise, everything was done via the kiosk we had in store, or people did it through the several app services that we used. Sorbet vegan, yeah, fruit and ice. You should convince that friend to get froyo or start making their own froyo. Because honestly, my favorite thing that I've done is just, if I want to drink half the time, because I try and get more fruits in my diet, is just adding a little froyo, or not froyo, adding a little yogurt to like the smoothies I make, because it gives it that thicker consistency, almost milkshake-like. But it's got that little sour sweetness to it, because I use a honey yogurt. I use a honey Greek yogurt. And I think it's so good. It's delicious. Ooh, banana ice cream. Oh, such a good mix that I did recently. Because I wanted to get some more fruits to add to what I was doing. I was like, oh, let me go to the store, I'll get some frozen peaches. But a fruit I love that I haven't had since like last time I went to Starbucks, which you don't want to go there anymore, is dragon fruit. And they had little smoothie packs, aka like just little frozen packets of already processed dragon fruit that you just had to squeeze out of the packet, and then you can use it for whatever. So I got a few of those, and I did dragon fruit and raspberry with a little bit of the honey Greek yogurt, and then I threw a little honey in and lemon juice, and so good. Love it. Tried Tillamook mac and cheese. No, I am not. I've seen about that though. Problem is, I'm particular about my mac and cheese. I'd rather just make it myself, because I prefer it to be like buttery. Like, I like doing the butter and then just a light amount of cheese, because I can't do more than that. If I have any more than a light amount of cheese, I just can't eat it. It's too much. It's too thick. I have the same problem with soups. I don't like thick soups. I don't like thick broths. I can't do it at all. The most I can have is like 3 bites and I'm done. Like, oh, there is a steak soup that me and my brother at least are obsessed with, and it's finally cold enough that we can make it again. I can have 3 bowls of that because it's a brothy beef tomato soup. It's a steak soup. It's so good. It's to a point where I alter, like if I'm making a ramen or if I'm making broth-based things, I will alter it to add some tomato to it because it just makes the soup so good. Because like if I'm still trying to use up some horrible dumplings I got, and the way I've gone about this is putting them and letting them soak in a broth. And so I'll usually do like a spicy tomato broth with some miso paste. And if there's leftover broths, like or leftover stock, I should say, in the fridge from somebody's meal or another, I'll use that. And if there's beef, I will always use the beef first, and it makes it so good. Store-bought sauces are so watery. Like, I know, because it's cheap. Yeah. Oh, the biggest scam is simple syrup. Because it's sugar and water. It's literally sugar and water. Like, from working at that boba place, and I still have some of I still know the recipes. I still have them saved for my first day there. I still have all of them on my phone for my first day there. Because I had they told me to sit outside for a bit and memorize the recipes. And I never took it off my phone, so I still just have all the recipes. But I took home some of the actual, or I guess the instructions to make the drinks is what I have. And then I have I remember how, or I directly have the recipe for some other stuff. Like, egg pudding. We have egg pudding. It's actually technically like a custard, because it's literally a custard powder. I had to seriously dumb down the measurements, and the only way I could get the very specific one we used was a like almost $30 2-pound bag on Amazon. But I have it. It's shelf stable. I've had it since June this year, and I love making it. And the best thing about it is I don't really use it for drinks much anymore. If I'm using it, I put a little bit in my coffee at the beginning of the day, because egg pudding soaked in coffee is so good. Or I will just get a tiny bowl, like not even bigger than the palm of my hand, and then just get a spoonful or two, and then put a little caramel drizzle on it. Easy, tasty snack, immediately cures any sweet tooth. Very savory, very sweet thing. So good. Alright, before I get too ahead of myself, because we're almost hitting 20 minutes. Like that Mew has a dad bod. He's always had a dad bod. I just don't draw it well. So I figured, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. It works. I just haven't gotten it across well. Actually, at the very beginning, boy was a skeleton. But over time, he's evolved to be this way. And in recent iterations, I just started drawing him like this. I'm like, yeah, that checks. Let's do it. And so now we got that. But let me actually get into the video, do a little intro while we're here. Today I'm gonna try and... Uncle got Parmesan-filled noodles, right? So good. Ooh. Parmesan I'm picky with. Nice. Alright, for real this time, we're gonna fix up this base. And maybe shenanigans later. There's something I want to do or prepare for. But first of all, we're gonna... I think I need to reopen the server because, yeah, I've been talking for so long. Yeah, that's loud. You're loud. That's loud. Alright. Last stream, I showed off a mountain I want to make a base in, and I started, excavating and expanding the cracks in the mountain and the caves that already existed in it. I really didn't like how it turned out by the end. So, I said, hey, I'll probably do some work on this off camera and I'll fix it. And you'll see this in the video. I hope to post a video within this week, at the very least. It will definitely be out by next Sunday. Absolutely, because there's only like 2 more things I want to do. And I'll probably throw the stream in there as well. But, I fixed that up. I refilled the entire area that we excavated out during that stream. And then I tried again with some references. So let's see, is the server up? Yes, it is. And let's get into there. Is it gonna show me an ad? Because it's my not. Is it? Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, I don't care. There we go. I've done some work, clearly. Also, this is yeah. You're probably wondering how I got here. So this is a Totem of Undying, aka a Blahaj of Undying. I need to turn off my shaders because it's too much for the stream, and I'd rather the stream be running smoothly than nice. But I, first of all, didn't know they changed the Bad Omen to a bottle effect, and then was really confused why I couldn't start a raid, and then I started a raid. And so we have a Blahaj of Undying, and then I got a second one as well. And I also have some shenanigans that I set up for Pumpkin, but at the moment they are not available to do that. So we're going to be doing this instead, and I can't show those shenanigans in case they just randomly pop into stream, or they see this VOD later. So y'all don't get to see that. I do need to repair my pickaxe real quick. Do I have my sounds low? No, I do not. You know what? Let's just fly. Why not? Just fly. Oh, I should actually show what I've done. So last stream, we completely excavated this side, which I have since fixed up. It's obviously not the same as last time, and I haven't connected this up to everything else I've done. There was a cave that was completely enclosed in this mountain that I finally exposed. Oop, down there. An Enderman's been around here, clearly. They love, no matter what base I make, they just love absolutely ruining everything. And then we have this giant crack that leads down into the spot we know and love. Into this beautiful, if I can speak, beautiful area. And then I got rid of some of the dirt, so it's a little more stone right now. And if it's still work in progress. I'm still working on the general structure of this, so I'm thinking we'll add some details to it this stream. I'm immediately thinking stone, brick, copper, maybe something else, I'm not sure. My other immediate thought is some sort of teal, or like the glazed terracottas. Hold on. My other thought is immediately this light blue terracotta. Might be the best, but I don't know if I want to go for that, because that's a bit of a harder resource to gather. But I did get this structure laid out, so we can at least get started with something. So we're gonna go repair this real quick. I need to throw stuff away. And these can go in this first chest. Apparently I haven't gotten a single apple. Actually, it might be faster to just fly. We're just gonna fly. We just gonna fly. All the way. Wait, let me... End portal, 4,000 blocks away. That's fantastic. Also, you can see the firework in my mouth. That's fun. Just the very top part of it. I completely cover my right hand. Oh, you can see the sword behind me, though. I figured the VTuber, yeah. VTuber was small before, so I'm like, you know what? Let's make him a bit bigger. It also makes close-ups a lot easier for me in editing. Actually, since I got chat on the right-hand side, this is gonna... I need to go up. Up. Can I change minimap to left side? Where would that be a setting I can do? I don't. Map heading north. Yeah. I'm not seeing that setting. Okay. I would like it to be on the left. That would be cool. But I apparently do not have that option. I would love to have that option, but I don't. Wait. Oh, there we go. I just completely lost it. Minimap preset 2. Okay. I don't know how to... Oh, would it be in advanced options? That's not the right. Advanced, left? Left, right? No? Okay. Unfortunate. But yee. Oh yeah, I was thinking about this last night, because I was writing down some more like stream ideas or like stream talking points, and I remembered during high school we had an exercise of, this is a little loud, we had an exercise to show like, oh, multitasking isn't really a thing, let's try and debunk this. You're not multitasking, you're split tasking. We're gonna have you do this exercise where you're gonna write the same two sentences, first one, then the other, and then the second time you're gonna write each letter back and forth. And the whole class, like, their handwriting got significantly worse. And the going back and forth was significantly worse for them. But for some reason, my handwriting got significantly better going back and forth. And the teacher is like, I guess you're just an exception. That's a boat. This has been here for ages, and it's been annoying me. I'm pretty sure Pumpkin left this when they got stranded. Alright. It's been annoying me for ages. Just pop that in my inventory. I don't think Stream's seen this, have they? I completely excavated the end. Or the end portal, I should say. There's an entire staircase here that did not make it in the video. Because I forgot to put it in. I thought I lost the film footage for it, but no, I did not. I just forgot to put it in. So, that exists. There'll probably be small projects like that here and there. I know I definitely want to do the same for this area, because it's itself. Oh dear. Quiet. Quiet, you fools. Chaffles is doing his job. I have revived him. Oh, it would be Chaffles the 8th now, wouldn't it? So, Chaffles, on the hardcore I did, the most recent one, I got an Enderman farm, and I had Chaffles, and I kept losing them. This didn't make it in the video. I tried. And the only way you can know that is from the streams, if you were there. And there's a slight reference to it's the 7th Chaffles, because I built 6 little islands with ender pearls to signify the 6 other deaths. And then I lost that world, so technically Chaffles the 7th is also dead, so we're now on 8. But he's my endermite. I don't know why, Chaffles. That's just what's on my head. I don't know. Well, what's on my head is Chad, but... I am doing this purely for XP. I did not have my pickaxe in hand at all. Also, I need to seriously, like, actually automate this. I have the trapdoors down below, because I don't want to actually have to collect the ender pearls. Because despite not having trapdoors or hoppers set up... yeah... We're on this chest now, so we only have 2 more double chests that are completely empty. And I'm sure if I picked up all these, that 3rd one would be, like, halfway full at the very least. But yeah, I still can't get over it. Multitasking is better for me. It's the funniest thing, because I accidentally do it so often. Like, earlier today, when I was excavating out that area... This might actually show up on the video from the time-lapse of it. I actually was pausing on occasion because I was watching a stream, and then I also So what I did just now in real life is I stuck out my thumb to count the first one, and I didn't want to count, and I knew the excavation thing was the second thing I did, so I stuck up my 3rd finger, so I just have my thumb and middle finger out. Okay. And I also had Monopoly Go on my phone while I was excavating. And just going back and forth between all of them. Pokemon. I just want to fill up my tools. Ooh, before I forget. It is October. I just realized this like a couple days ago. It is October. A really old thing. This is like 2 years old now at this point. I think he is, anyhow. I have to look. I'd have to look. No, he'd be like 3 years old now. I couldn't get him last. No, I did get him last year. So, a SMP I had was Homeo's SMP. And in the first season, which is like completely undocumented as far as the internet is concerned, it does not exist. Because the world was overwritten, so we could have season 2. I have no content of it aside from really old screenshots that I don't know if they're still on Twitter or not. And I have no videos of it, and I didn't save any streams. So I have, as far as the internet concerned, it didn't exist. But during that season 1, I got a jack-o'-lantern zombie that I named Tall. Specifically, I named him Tall. Paul with a T. And it's almost Halloween. I can get my son back. I got him again in season 2, and I planned if the hardcore lasted that long, which clearly it did not. I'm on the server and not on the hardcore. I completely forgot about my tea. I almost just knocked it over. We can get my son back. So right now, the goal is to get enough of this done that I can build him a room. I think I want to put the rooms on the second floor, or that third floor up there. I want to give him a decent amount of space. If I can, my plan is to get all of my kids back. Because we had Tall, the jack-o'-lantern zombie, the Halloween zombie. That is not one of my children. Get out of here. Don't need no Spider-Man. I'm not Batman. Or, I don't know Marvel. Iron Man. Thinking Batman because of Pumpkin, damn it. Thinking Batman and Robin, not Spider-Man and Iron Man. We had... Let me do this. We had, first off, the jack-o'-lantern zombie, Tall, Paul with T. I got a pillager during season 2 of Homeo's SMP, and I don't think he's in a video at all. He just kind of showed up. I don't have any recording of him. A random pillager showed up, and like just a little bit before, I learned you can make pillagers passive by sitting with a shield and putting them in a boat, and eventually, because of how their thing works, their crossbow will break. And so I took in a pillager that I named Hoddlefoggin for some reason. And then on the hardcore series, the most recent one, I took in first 2 allays. I want to say spirits. They're allays. I took in 2 allays that I named Dream and Nightmare, and then I found 2 more later on that I named Sun and Moon. And then I have Choffles. I already have Choffles back. I would love to get my allays again. I would love to have my boys back. And I would love to also get Hoddlefoggin, but I think we're going to go for Tall first, because I need to make rooms in the first place. And I need to find a way to keep them safe. I heard 1% sound, and I'm guessing you guys didn't hear that at all, but I heard that. Once hardcore, always hardcore. Okay. Anyway, let me take a sip of my drink. I have a feeling in the near future, I'm gonna have a video that's called just making the safest base, because I need to make sure that Tall doesn't die on me. I will get Tall his own set of netherite armor. I do not want him to die. He will have his own netherite armor with thorns. I will not let him die. I will have all the potions on standby so that he cannot die. I am not losing my son again. Anyway, it's nighttime. We need to sleep it real quick because I'd rather not have the phantoms on me. And then I want to get started decorating the current cubes we have. I'm not sure how to... I was originally going to name this stream and general... Yeah, I was originally just going to name the stream Making the Worst Base. Because I don't know how to make it the best. I'm not sure of exactly what I want to do here. All the zombies are dying. At least we have a little bit of copper. I don't have any of my... I need to start moving stuff. I have none of my... words. I don't have any of my words either. I don't have any of my furnaces. I have like 5 furnaces and I have none of them here. Let's head back to the Eye of the Storm. Considering I'm moving bases, I think in due time, once I've fully moved into this one, at the very least, I've moved in all my stuff. Not that this base is complete. I don't plan on ever completing this base, actually. I just plan on continuously adding on to it. However I feel. But I think I want to completely tear out the inside of that base, leave it dirt for the in large part. I might turn it to moss. Because Enderman can't pick up moss. I learned this in Bedrock. My first world, I learned this because I made a giant mountain and Enderman kept stealing the stupid dirt. Bites. Why are you biting? Why are you biting my forehead? What the hell? I let you sit on my head and this is how you treat me? You biting on for grip? You're just chilling on my forehead and you're trying to stay there? I'm flying too fast. These aren't Flight 3 rockets. Oh, we need to check up on the gunpowder farm too. I want to see... Because I did spend a little time over here. I want to see if I was in range enough that some of the sugarcane grew. Because I haven't actually had a sugarcane farm in a while. I haven't had a proper one aside from the few pieces that I kept from the general farm I have. So I decided I had a stack left over because I traded a fair amount of it away with the few villagers I have. And I decided with the last stack I had, I would just put a farm on top of the gunpowder farm. Also, there's the best way to do a sugarcane farm, and no one can convince me otherwise. I don't care how many TikToks I make where people are like, oh, I'll just do what I want. This is the most efficient way to make it, and I will always stick by this decision. Why are you doing lines? Why are you doing checkered patterns? That makes no sense. You're losing on half of your stuff. A diamond pattern is the best way to do it. You get the most bang for your buck. This is by far the best way to do it. It's annoying to make, but once you realize the pattern of down 1, over 1, down 1, you're good. Also, if you don't want your water to freeze over in the frozen biomes, literally just make it waterlogged or put a block over it. It fixes it. Let's take all this. And I'm gonna shut up for a moment so current stream can enjoy the music, because I really like it. Once an Undertale fan, always an Undertale fan. Why do I not have sugarcane there? Also, the best thing about making it like this is I don't have to think at all. I just plant. There's not a single block here that does not work for the sugarcane. Every single one works. And I get that, like, words. I get that other farms are exactly the same. If you did it right, you don't have to worry about placing it at all. But all of this works. Every single piece here has access to the water, and I get the most sugarcane possible in the least amount of space. So efficient, and I love it. Okay. I wanted my furnaces. It was something else I wanted to do with the mountain. With the mountain, I want to eventually completely terraform it. Oh yeah, right, I built... yeah, okay. Hold on, we gotta go through the basement. If you get the reference, no you don't. It's such a niche reference, I don't expect people to get it, because I had to look up a reference for it in the first place. Furnaces. Where? Okay, they're over here. I should seriously, like, make... So the problem is I just don't like automation, and so I never really bother getting good stuff aside from my actual equipment and armors, because I don't want to die. So in every other way, I just have, like, the worst possible things. And it's barely functional. Like, let's look at my iron farm. Because I made this, like, days into the world, and I have not touched it since, and I should really work on it, because it could be so much better, and it barely gives me a stack of iron per hour, which is not good. I think I messed up somewhere in the calculation of this. So the way this iron farm works, I forgot about that animation. The way this iron farm works, I think what I messed up here is how tall this is compared to that. With this kind of iron farm, the iron golem moves out of the detection range of the villagers, which is about 33.3 blocks, so like 34 blocks. And so the villagers can't detect the iron golem, and even though the iron golem is still alive, it's just out of their range, and so they spawn a new one, which actually adds on to the existing spawns. Because when you just put the iron golems above them, you're losing out on iron golem spawns, because it can still detect the villager. The villager can still detect it, so it doesn't spawn a new one. So instead of like 2 iron golems, or you usually have one, and then while the iron golem's dying, there's a decent chance that the villager's like, oh, it's still alive, cool, we're not going to spawn it, and then you'll miss an interval, is what I'm getting at. So instead of just getting 1 every couple minutes, I'm getting 2 or 3 every couple minutes. But I should fix it, because I'm pretty sure it broke. And the entire time we've been sat here, not a single golem has spawned, which is seriously an issue. Granted, it is nighttime, but... Because a common problem I have with this sort of farm is you have to wait until nighttime after being within, like, nearby it, in order for it to start working. I don't know why that's the solution. That's just the solution. But yeah. Anyways. Oh, the mountain's this way, yep. There are literally, like, 2 farms I learned to make. And that's sugarcane, automatic sugarcane, and iron farms. That's the only 2 I know how to make by heart. And that the iron farm tutorial I used to use no longer exists as well. The video does not exist anywhere, I cannot find it. And that farm is based off a long tutorial explaining all of the mechanics of an iron farm and the way they work, and so I base my builds and my designs off of that. Oh, Enderman farm I know how to make too. I still have to refer back to the video, and I use one specific video, but I now have to alter it in order for it to work. Hey, my mud farm! Because with the 21 update, I think it is, I'm pretty sure it's the 21 update, they changed the Enderman's reach range. And so the way the farm is originally set up, the Endermite will die. Oh, pardon me. The Endermite will consistently die because it's in the range of the Enderman attacking it. And I had a whole debacle. This did not make it in the hardcore video either. There are so many things that did not make it into that video. I seriously just need to do like a behind the scenes talking about everything that didn't make it in there, because I have the entire script still. There are like 2 or 3 scripts that have not seen the light of day for that video. I made an entire animatic for that video that I ended up not liking, so I didn't use it. I wasted a month making an animatic and rewriting the script twice, and I did not use it at all, and eventually just decided to simply edit it and post. Because I lost all of the replay mods for that video. Every single one was broken, and I had a section explaining why it was broken, and I got rid of that too, with only a very brief mention of it at the very end. But I had an entire thing where I was going crazy over this Enderman farm, and it's why there are 7 dead Choffles now. Technically 6 at the time of that video, 7 because I lost a hardcore. That's the reason there are 6 dead Choffles. It took me 3 or 4 tries to realize that it was the Enderman killing the Choffles. The 5th one was my... The 5th one, I looked at the comments of that video, and there's a paragraph-long comment that's still there. There was a paragraph-long comment explaining what you need to do, and it had this whole complicated procedure. I hit the mic, I apologize. There was this whole complicated procedure of what they told you to do, like, oh, put a bunch of trapdoors down, move it, do this, do that, do this, and then it will be fixed. It didn't fix it. Number 5 died. And so did number 6. You want to know the solution that I use to this day? Move it back 1. I spent days agonizing over this, and all I had to do was move it back a block. And it still works to this day. It was a comment under a comment. Under that paragraph-long comment was another comment that said, move it back a block, and the entire comment section was thanking that one comment. Anyway... My past grievances aside, I still hate that. Another iron farm? The iron farm on Homeos SMP Season 2, which I'm pretty sure I can still access. I also had serious grievances with that, because this did not make it into any footage at all. Any, existing footage. But I had serious grievances with that farm. So there's a moment in the video where we go fight the Ender Dragon on the Homeos SMP, where I tell people, if they touch the iron farm, I'm gonna kill them in a game. Because I had spent a week agonizing over that stupid farm. Hello you, goodbye. I had spent a week agonizing over that stupid farm, and I had just got it working literally, I think, the night before. And if anybody touched it, I was gonna be so upset. I had spent a week on this stupid thing. I was not happy in the slightest. Okay. Copper, yes. And sit here for a moment and get lovely copper. I'm definitely gonna need more of this. So we might go around some caves. Because we have a pretty decent chance. If I remember my ore distribution correctly, I think it's 16? Because I know negative 16 is definitely not the one I want. I know there are large copper veins and large iron veins that can spawn. I'm pretty certain negative 16 is the large iron veins. In the sense of it has a chance of spawning huge amounts of iron and also raw iron block, which is a smaller chance. Cracked my knuckle. It's a smaller chance to happen, but it can. And I'm pretty sure copper is 16? If I remember that right, because there's a few spots I know that are perfect. Okay, 16 is a spot we can go to. That's why I remember 16. Okay. When I used to set up mining tunnels. Hold on, let me pull up the picture I'm looking at so y'all understand what I'm talking about. There are a couple things I've just memorized at this point, because it just makes life easy. This image from from 1.18 ore distribution, and which includes 1.21. This is huge image for the stupidity that it is. There we go. So the point of the white triangle is negative 16. That's the highest amount of iron spawning. That's a decent amount of regular copper spawning. And large copper veins, you still get some coal there, you get a little bit of lapis, you have a small chance of emerald if you're in the mountains, and you can get a little piece of the gold. And then negative 16 is for large iron, diamond, look at the tip of the yellow triangle. That's gold with no air exposure. You get a little bit of lapis, you get a tiny chance of diamond, You get a little bit of iron and then large iron veins, and then go to the very bottom as well. And the higher you are up for coal, the better, really. I can't read that number. It's too small for me to read on there. Scrolling in, and the best part for coal is 96. That is with reduced air exposure. Because Minecraft just had to add air exposure. Which, yeah, makes sense, and it makes water caves absolutely amazing. Why did... I don't know why I turned it into blocks. I'm thinking I'm playing modded, and I'm not playing modded. I cannot spelt the raw blocks. And I want to do this. Nope. Yeah, okay. That'll do. And then we can do this. And there we go. Okay. I have a ridiculous amount of coal. I have a huge amount of coal because at some point before I made the Enderman XP farm, because I was delaying it, I can't remember why. I was delaying it. I went all the way out to these mountains. These are ridiculously tall and egregious, absolutely horrid. Like 200 block tall stone mountains. And I just ran around for a good like couple hours just collecting coal and occasionally iron. And I've since traded away like all of that iron. So I only have, yeah, I have this like small little bit of it. Also, if we want, we could do, I have a bad omen potion. I want to go through some trial chambers with Pumpkin, but that will have to wait. There we go. And I am most certainly procrastinating getting this done. Do I actually have any copper? I do! I do have copper! Fantastic. That makes this a lot easier on me. I am most certainly procrastinating getting this started, because I have no clue. Not a thought in this head. Because at most, I know a rough idea of where I want things. I've been thinking of this as a hallway / entrance area. This is a staircase down to storage. If I need in the future, I can add a layer up there for more storage and a layer below for more storage. And because of the way this mountain's laid out, I actually get a surprising amount of natural light, despite literally living inside of a mountain. But this should give me a fair amount of storage for the moment. Who knows with the future? I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to Minecraft. I need to find a way to get a staircase upstairs. But I have 2 stories laid out, kind of, already. And I'm thinking one of these 2 will have bedrooms, perhaps? I'm feeling I want to put Hoddlefoggin and Tall lower. Because if they get hurt or if they fall, it's a lot worse for them. The allays don't take fall damage. A fun fact I love. And this will probably hurt your brain a little bit, but it's something I love. Flying mobs have the ability to make footsteps sounds. Footsteps sounds. Footstep sounds. Footstep sounds. They have the ability to make footstep sounds. Oh no, it's statistics all over again. Footstep sounds. They have the ability to make footstep sounds. How many times will I mess that up? The stupid lisp. Blah. Oh my stars. I can't tell if my cheeks are flushed from embarrassment or my fever's coming back. Also, no worries if it is my fever coming back. I am A-okay, I'm doing fine. It's all good. Problem is, I have trouble with, like... The whole reason I am named Mutation CIP is the CIP actually stands for a mental condition I deal with. And it's not official. That's not the official name for it. The official name for it is cerebral insensitivity to pain. I'm not going to be named myself Mutation Cerebral Insensitivity to Pain. So Mutation CIP is where we're at. And essentially, it runs in my family. We barely know that it does have a family history thanks to my grandpa, who remembers a great aunt having it. So, barely have the family history of that. And it only shows up every now and again within the family. But basically, it just makes it a lot harder for me to feel pain. I have trouble feeling temperatures, and occasionally, like nervous system problems. Which is fantastic. So much fun. And so when I have a fever, like the only reason I realized a few days ago I had a fever is because my cheeks felt exceptionally warm. I'm like, what is happening here? This ain't right. I am sitting in a really cold room because I like my room cold. And I go over to my mom, I'm like, where's the thermometer? Check my temperature. And we don't have a normal thermometer right now. We had like a really old one that scanned your head. And that broke on us finally. So all we have right now is like a mouth one that you have to sterilize each time, or disposable one. So we had to learn how to use a disposable one. And after using it, I am definitely not 97 degrees. I was like 99 something. So I was like, okay, that's fun. But I got my teas. So hopefully it's fine. I good. I stay home. I relax. Actually, it's good that I found out at that exact point, because I was rewatching through an old anime. An anime I used to watch, I should say. I don't remember how old it is. But I'm not a big anime person. There's only a few animes I watched. The first one I was introduced to, I should not have been introduced to it that young, was Fairy Tail. With two boy cousins. You can guess why they were watching it. So I was around 13 or so, I saw the first 2 or 3 seasons of that, because I only watched dub at the time. And since then, I've only watched otherwise War on Host Club, Agretsuko, little bit of My Hero, and of course, I have to watch Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi. Absolutely have to watch that. I am excited for the new seasons to come out. I know I can read the manga. I don't want to read the manga. I enjoy seeing the animation. Although from what I do see via Tumblr of the manga pages, it is really beautiful, and I love the art, and that the anime encompasses the art so well. And then, of course, another beautiful series that I've watched in the past that is made by the same studio. I just realized it was made by the same studio as Dungeon Meshi Trigger. Little Witch Academia. And I refound it. I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. I don't really have anything to watch on YouTube. Let me watch through this. As a little while, like a couple episodes into it, I was like, let me check if I have a fever. And so I just spent the next day drawing and finishing that show. And I remembered how much I loved it. Because while it's short, it's a sweet, easy thing. If you have nothing else to do, you can get it done in like 2 days. And it's a short, sweet, simple show that has a little bit of that secondhand embarrassment, but in large part, I think it's really well written. And I do genuinely enjoy it. Pausing anime discussion for a moment, I need to actually work on this because I have been procrastinating this entire time. We are an hour in, almost. And this entire time, I've not done a single thing that I've wanted to do. I think first I should literally just start off with a floor pattern. Because I do definitely want to do some sort of pattern here. I love having a beautiful floor pattern. So let's see what I could get out of this, perhaps. My immediate thought is to do a enlarged version of the chiseled stone brick. This, because that should work damn near perfectly in that space. At least that's my thoughts. Yeah, I think we can literally just do that. I don't need something super extravagant to get started here. Oh, I threw the copper blocks there, yeah. Let's do that instead. Move this into here. So let's just get started with stone brick. Let's do like 3 of each. And then 1 of the chiseled. And it theoretically looks good, yeah. Need to get rid of this area too. And it's a basic enough design, it shouldn't take away too much from the design. Or from everything else. I still need to figure out pillar pattern and what we're gonna do. So I'm not sure if I want to... I don't know the proper naming for this. I'm not sure if I want to add any details here between each of them. I know I definitely want to add some decor to the pillars themselves. But outside of that, I'm not sure of any particular designs. Actually, I want to change this. Yes. So I think the best way to emulate this block and to get that specific gap that we have there is to do it like this. And then this. Yeah. Damn near perfect. Okay. We're gonna just continue that. Yeah. On Gratsuko, I barely got into actually. I only got into it because a friend of mine at the time had watched through some of it. And I think later, at the time, they had watched through it. And then some while later, another friend was getting into it. I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll get into it. And since then, we've actually just randomly re-watched through it again. Because the problem is, I'm particular about how I consume media. I'm definitely the one that talks through movies, which is why I don't really watch movies with people, which completely makes sense. Yes, I'm aware. But I like being able to talk through movies, commentate on them, and point out like, oh, this is a really cool thing that they did. Because when I watch through medias or read media nowadays, I take it with a analytical point of view. I'm always looking at the way they did the writing, the way they've handled the characters, especially if it's... This is wrong. This entire area is off 1. Oh dear. Oh no! This entire space is off a block. And what's worse is I already had it off a block earlier. Oh no. Yeah, I'll have to deal with that. But I don't really watch through shows much because I'm always working on something. If it's not a show I can watch while I do something else, I don't really watch it. So like, but if it's a super long show, then I will happily binge it. So like, wait, what? But this, what? 5, and now... I messed up here and here only. Okay, my stupid depth perception. So yes, this entire area is off, this isn't. Okay, can I access that? Barely. Well. I'm not happy with that. But I just don't have the focus to sit through a lot of shows. For some reason, I will happily sit through, like, entire live streams, though. Do not understand that. But it takes... Hi! What is the screaming for? Why the biting?! We're not doing anything, I'm just walking around, stop biting my forehead! It's mean. I do want to get a TTS bot for you guys. I would like to get a proper one set up for chat so you guys can actually, like, be working and be part of stream. Who said it was your forehead? What are you biting? I'm not sure I want the answer to that question, though. No. No, no, no. Don't worry, Swine. I am worrying, and that's the problem. I'm not sure if I want the answer, but I'm worrying over it nonetheless, is the issue. Anyhow, I struggle to get into shows because I easily upset. It's not fine. I easily obsess over stuff. And so I usually try and avoid that because the problem is if I get into a show, I will do nothing but watch the show until I'm done with it. And my issue is I've done this with Criminal Minds multiple times. And if you don't know the show Criminal Minds, it has 15 seasons and nearly every single episode is at least 40 minutes. So if I get into the show again, I will spend several days finishing watching it. And so I end up wasting a lot of my time. It's an interesting weakness, but it is a weakness. There's like 20, 25 episodes in the first 12. Yeah. I still love the show though. There's not a lot of shows I like, that is one of them. There's even less shows that I like that are human shows. In the sense of, like, it's a real-life action show. It's actually filmed and not animated. It is good. Yes, it deals with dark themes, but it deals with it in a good way, and it even touches on the corruption in the justice system, which I think is really sweet. And it also acknowledges that, yes, they are cops, and they have, like, literally, plot points are them using their, like, prestige in order to get their friends out of situations. And it did become, like, shut brain off show at some point for me. That's fair. Also, I just love Reed, because he's such a fun character. In the sense of all the stuff he gets into. Potential hot take? Reed has such main character, like, anime energy in the sense of... I don't know if anybody else knows this post. This might be just like a me chronically online / Tumblr poster thing. But there's like somebody made a joke. I'm pretty sure this is a Tumblr post of like an anime, except it's just a schoolgirl avoiding every single anime trope ever. That's the entire premise of the show. He is because fanfare, that's fair. Boy gets traumatized, though. I feel for that man. Although, his actor is an absolute lunatic, and it's amazing. Because his actor, you can find a video on YouTube of, like, him without context, and it's just him being ridiculous backstage. And my favorite fun fact about that actor is there's a movie where he's a hillbilly and he blows up a toilet. A RV toilet, specifically. Episodes he ripped were so dark. It's kind of annoying how many episodes Reed got to Garcia. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I do not understand those words strung together without context. What do you mean, got to Garcia? Need more stone. Arc-wise, okay. Got to Garcia. Oh, okay. I'm understanding. Got compared to Garcia. Okay. And Lucky Part 2. Garcia had like two episodes in some season 3 and then like Lucky Part 2 in season 13. Yeah. I love what's his face? Yeah, Reed. Yeah, Reed had a lot of stuff. Why can't I remember his name? Morgan. I love Morgan's arcs, and that he finally got a good ending. Yeah, he got a good life despite all of the hardship he went through, and I think that's just really sweet. Because a boy was put through hell and back. You gotta feel for the man. Apprentice, yeah. Oh, true that. That guy was amazing. Ooh. Oh, JJ and her husband. Oh, it's her husband is so sweet. That relationship is the sweetest thing, and he's like fully there for her and understands the tribulations with it. I love the episode where he just made them sit down and like talk through what had happened and help her get it off her chest. It was so good. It's such a wholesome way to have that relationship. Yes, that too. JJ got thrown some bad stuff too. The character got yeah. Nice narrative change, yeah. And I love how they sprinkle in like character info along the way of them figuring out all these issues or all these crimes. Oh yeah. Her and Reed. And I love how they kind of hinted at it from the start too. Because there's that whole thing of like Reed got tickets via the other guy for the game that JJ really liked. Because they entirely foreshadowed it. And then nothing came of it. And you know that her husband knows. You know that the husband knows. Boop. He knows. He knows. He knows. They did about the same time after that many years, and she was holding on to it. Yeah. Bloop. I think there's like a couple episodes I really like. Sadly, like several of my friends can't get into it for for one reason or another. But there's so many episodes I'll look back and I'll go, oh, I know exactly what this one is the moment it pops up. Or like all I have to do is see the intro. I'm like, oh, you! And there are certainly favorites I got. Like, although it's one of the more grim ones, I really like the dolls. Meaner kid looks up to Reed a lot. Insert the Halloween costume here. Don't think she realized it was a date because she brought a friend. Oh. I won't. I need to fix that. There we go. Lucky was so good. I'm trying to think of Lucky. I'm not sure what that means. It's been a hot minute since I've gone through the series. Once with a therapist, dad took his doll. Yes! Yeah, that's the doll one I'm talking about. Because while it's a creepy one, I think it's just... I really like the moment where Reed popped off. They were like... The reason I got back into watching Criminal Minds and even watched through the entire series on my own was purely because I kept getting TikTok clips. Purely because of that. And there were two clips that would always pop up. And it was the Amnesiac and the Amnesiac one where Aaron completely pops off as a lawyer and calls out the other lawyer 100% of the way. And then the other one of Reed absolutely talking shit to that stupid doctor in the dolls one. Yeah, the socks make you taller. That's such a funny way to refer to it to someone who has no idea. Socks you wear charcoal gray to make you appear taller. I do care if it's good or bad, yeah. This is calm and it's doctor. That was when they were helping Prentice out. With the whole, they were, like, against the Supreme Court or something. And explaining their case and why they all shouldn't be fired. Yeah, Russian arc. And poor Prentice, all the people she lost throughout that. I love that Prentice had an emo phase. That's one of my favorite things, and I think it just fits her so well. She would have so had an emo phase. I think it's just so funny. I love it. Bloop, give me that. Horse phase. Oh, there are two favorite clips, and every time I like try and get somebody into Criminal Minds, these are the two ones I show people. Is Morgan pranked Reed at some point, and so Reed absolutely screwed up Morgan and started playing pranks back, and they are absolute like little brothers to each other, and I love it. Yes, the calls. And also that clip of Reed being like digging up, randomly pulling up a bunch of information on JJ and like, I think you were one of the mean girls. And JJ's like, no, I was nice to even people like you. And he's like, yeah, you're one of the mean girls. It's so good. I love their banter. It's so well written. And despite like none of them being siblings, they all act like siblings and family, and it's great. And it even touches on the fact that there's so much like a family with Aaron's family. That Aaron treats that is often with his work family more than his actual family. And I love that they also touch on that. Because for a cop show, they handled it pretty gracefully. Although it's a sadder arc, I really like, I hope you know what I'm talking about when I say this. The rib guy. The one that that made What's-His-Face quit. The original, like, super genius of the show that mentored Reed. Gideon. The one that made Gideon quit. The rib guy. Yeah, with the woman, yeah! Because while it's such a sadder arc, it's so aliens, yes. While it's a sadder arc, it's so interesting to see a psychopath genuinely want to love someone. Although this may just be me going for the villains as per normal. Got a soft spot for the villains, it's hard not to. Especially when raised on, like, old Batman. Well, not necessarily raised on old Batman, but raised on, like, old villains and old cartoons. Because, like, I remember, I'm pretty sure this was the first time I ever watched, like, any superhero stuff. The first memory I have of anything DC or Marvel is the Justice League movie. That it was originally a show, and they or like a 2-part special or something, and they turned it into a movie. It's like, it's like some 1999. Let me pull up browser. Justice League animated movie. Apparently, I have my caps lock on. I asked for animated. Justice League animated movie. Aliens? Yeah, the one that gave us John. What are you? Secret Origins. Justice League Secret Origins. Yeah. We also like that Criminal Minds did touch on, like, gay crime too. And that there is still toxic relationships and harm within the community itself. And they did touch on it really gracefully, twice even. Once with Amber Heard, of all people. Which is certainly interesting. But Justice League, of course, was my introduction and the earliest memory I got of, like, any DC or Marvel. Which is certainly an interesting one for, like, a young kid to be watching. Specifically because the aliens are just creepy and weird. I haven't watched the most recent seasons, the ones that took place after COVID. Okay. I know one of them was really early on because Gideon was still part of it. The first one I'm talking about ended up a girl was pining after the actress that turned out to be like a friend of Reed's. And I know this was early on because Gideon shows up at the beginning. They visited a museum. Yeah. And it turns out it wasn't the stalker, it wasn't the manager, it wasn't anybody else. It was a random girl that was kind of close and liked her. And there's one later on. I don't remember what season it is. I don't remember what characters were there and who weren't. I have zero clue what season it was. Why do I still have my Rocketwork box? Firework box. I don't need this. I saw that. Yep. Nice. Yeah, the gay one. I made it out right. Yeah. I honestly can't remember the other one. I can't. I'm trying to think. I don't remember what season it is. But in short, a gay guy is really jealous and very toxic with his husband. And husband knows it, and everybody's telling him to get out of that relationship. Every time he does, somebody dies. So, that's fun. Yeah. Okay, you do know that one. Okay. Trying to think of more. I know there's more that I liked. I know there's definitely ones I skip that I'm like, I watched this once, I don't want to watch it ever again. But I can't think of them off the top of my head. The entire main series. Nice. Hope. I didn't watch any off-series of it, I only watched the main series. If you're talking about a different series. Unless you're talking about an episode, but I'm not sure what you mean by Hope. Ooh, I did love Mr. Scratch's arc. I think he's genuinely a really good villain. And the way he died was really funny. A big bad villain and you fall off a roof. Out of all the things. Hope. Garcia went to counseling in one of the— Yes! Yes. Hope. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That one was just a hella sad one. Bloop. And I need to actually start replacing some of these torches. Because then that happens. Get out of here. Yeah, that one was a seriously sad one. Ooh, one I really like. It's a toxic as hell dynamic. But the two druggies. Or partner, I think of them like, and when I think of them, I immediately think of the song Partners in Crime. I can't remember the episode, I can't remember their names. Yes! Yes, that one. I really love that dynamic. And it was so interesting how they went about filming that one. Yeah. They were doing the steps, except very horribly and on a crime spree. Yeah. I love that. It was such an interesting way to film it. Probably already said that, whatever. Because admittedly, like, half the time when I'm watching stuff nowadays, I'm analyzing, like, oh my god, I love the way they filmed that. I love the way they did the character writing or editing, or just the writing of the story in general. Always analyzing it. Well, it is fine. Doot. Make some more. I should actually drink more of my tea. Hold on. I've taken like, oh no, I've drank more than I thought. I thought I had taken like 2 or 3 sips of this, but it's halfway empty. And this is not a small bottle, it's a 22 ounce. Keep in mind, this cup is really old, but I do have a Starbucks Pride cup. I've had it for 6-7 years now. Or it has to be less than that, because Dusty's like 7 or 8 years old. I think I've had it 5-6 years. So I know I got it during high school. This thing's old. I refuse to let this thing die, though. There are so many times I've, like, had to bring it back from the brink of death and find new ways to clean it, because I refuse to let this thing die. I will not let mold take this. The only way this is dying is if it breaks into a million pieces. I will forever use this cup. It's my favorite cup, and I have yet to see a cup like it. The moment I find a cup like it, I will switch to that cup. But for now, there are no other cups like it, so I will continue with this exact cup. They're like, I have an odd collection of cups. This just occurred to me. So, if you're chronically online like me, you've probably seen the Tumblr post about the McDonald's lead cups. We're getting somewhere with this. And part of that series was the Garfield ones. So my family has those. And we were going, like, cleaning out drawers and stuff. And, like, I love these cups. I never use them. No one in the house used them. Good thing, because they're lead paint. When I say lead cups, I'm referring to the paint on them. McDonald's lead paint. You could probably look up McDonald's lead paint glass cup and find it. But I have 3 McDonald's Garfield cups. And we almost threw them out, and I'm like, don't you dare throw these out. I love Garfield. Fun fact, I seriously love Garfield. I'm trying to collect all the comic strips. I have only like half of them at the moment. In the Thanksgiving and a Christmas one. And somewhere in the house still, I got this from my grandpa. I have a giant, like, toddler-sized Garfield plush. That is so old, like the black eyes have been faded. But yeah. I have those cups next to me right now. I don't use them. They just sit at the top of my shelf, and they are adorable. And otherwise, I have, like, a few specific cups that I use. There's a water paint flowers one we have. That is my go-to. There's a, like, slightly tall. We're talking, like, most of the cups are, like, a 12 ounce at most. This one's, like, 16, I think. Rough guesstimation. Do this. And it's got, like, a snowy landscape, kind of Christmas kind of vibe painted on it. Then there's also we have a giant mug. Like, it's a normal looking mug, but it's just been sized up, so it's like a 20 ounce mug. That's one of my other go-tos. And then I have the cups that I personally own. For a recent birthday, we went out to a bar, because I originally wanted to go out for German food, but I ended up finding this cool, like, bar and grill place. And, like, you know what? Let's do this. Get some nice bar food. And they had good pizzas, which is what struck me, because I love, they had a calzone. I didn't get a calzone, but they had calzones and other stuff on their menu. I'm like, okay, let's go here. And with, like, for water cups, they gave us these little, like, plastic beer-looking mugs, and it perfectly fits, like, the amount of one soda. And we asked the waitress, like, hey, can we take these home? And she's like, You can, just don't let me catch you. And so I was the only one that took one home, if I remember right. And it perfectly fits one can of soda. You could actually stick the can of soda in it if you want. But I love it. Kick? What's the kick for? Excuse me. What is this? What is this? What is? What is? Also, this design isn't actually looking that bad. It's just the right amount of detail. I'm seriously loving it. Oh, there's another cup I have. I just have like a very... I'm very generic when it comes to getting, like... If I buy myself a water bottle or a cup, I will always go for a blue cup. Because I like things matching. Blue technically isn't even my favorite color. And contrary to my character design, my favorite color isn't on my character at all. For a time I liked lemonade pink. Certainly not this weird magenta I have going on. But my favorite color is slate gray, which is technically a blue. But it's a very, like, grayed out blue. It's almost this. It's a few shades grayer than light blue terracotta. Or, there we go. The cyan terracotta. It's a few shades lighter. Yeah, I realize you can't see that behind me. But... I can't... I don't know how to scroll it so it's in the right spot. There you go, it's all the way at the top. This one. Right above my mouse, right above the white box. Just a few shades lighter than that, and that's my favorite color. But, like, my water bottle is blue and black, and then, like, the number one... Small, excuse me. Oh wait, did I add that? Hold on. I think I did. So I might have to add that to- I might have to add this to the list. Hold on. Did I? No, I didn't. I was trying to find a small emote. I was looking for some, but most of them are just... It's not the word small, it's just... size jokes. Let's leave it at that. Yeah? So I'm like, nah. I did find a small sound alerts. I don't have sound alerts working right now. I'd have to exit. I have to leave stream and I would have to restart stream to get it working. But I did find small sound alert. That I'm pretty sure it literally just yelled out small. You guys would be able to hear it. I wouldn't, as far as I know. You can always test it if you want, Plush. But I'm pretty sure I got that. And right now I just need these. Yeah. Oh, you bit me? What the hell, man? Why? I spaced out doing schoolwork. That's fair. I added a sound alert that just says small. I should add womp. I should add womp womp too. I wonder if I... Let me change my sound settings so you guys can hear Opera. So you guys can hear my browser. There you go, you found it. Small. Oh wait, I did hear it. What? Play something. Let me close sound alerts. Because I thought I had to fix this every stream. Or did it just genuinely finally fix itself? Find a new one. Ah! I shall wait then. I need to place torches anyway. I have all the screams. You could always play Eggman. That's always a good one. I know I deleted a fair amount of sounds because they just weren't being used. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can hear it. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had to fix that every stream. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me reopen that back up, because I want to see if there's a womp I can add. Get out? Huh? You guys can hear my opera? There we go. While I'm looking through sounds, y'all might as well join me. Let me scrounge myself into a safe hole. Bloop. Safe. Get out? What does it get out? No! That's what it is. Eh? That's loud. Fish spinning. It's just the Joel fish. Okay. I want to look up womp. No, I just want the genuine womp. I just want somebody saying womp. That's not a womp. I just want someone to say womp.
And put in a cage. I read about a did you say womp to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome being taken from her mother? Pick anything you
Okay.
I read about
Womp. There we go. I want that one. We're adding that. Womp. I just want womp. I just wanted to say womp. I'm wondering, do I still have TTS set up? Because I know you can do TTS through this. Yeah, no, I don't have channel points. I'll up your TTS duration limit as well over here. There we go. Saved. Cool. So currently my alerts, we got small, Eggman speech, watch your profanity, fart, dude, bonk, hello there, crab rave, baited, and womp. I'm gonna move the womp up so it's between dude and bonk. If you could choose an ocean animal to study, If you could choose an ocean animal to study, how was I the only one to mention axolotls? Clearly, they're not online. I had to... My nephew had an axolotl plush, and this was back when he was still taking naps. And so I had cleaned up the room after he had his nap, so I accidentally put the axolotl away with his nap toys. He had brought it from home that day. And my sister's like, oh, we're looking for the pink weird little alien. And I'm like, are you talking about this? And I pulled the axolotl out from the nap time toys. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, this is an axolotl. What do you mean? And they're like, what is that? And I had to show what an axolotl was to them. And explain, no, it's an actual creature. It's literally lives in like one part of the world, but some people have them as pets. And they're like, why do you know about this? I'm like, Minecraft. Minecraft and general internet loves axolotls. Ooh, the animal I loved as a kid, I've gone through several. I really loved lemurs for a time, but I also really loved honey badgers. How does this class go from 1 chapter to reading 4 chapters? Oh dear. That's not fun. I need to do this down here too. Yeah. Excuse me. That's because I'm literally only doing the floor, but at least I'm getting some of it done. I am so procrastinating any further details on this, but... That's not the right spot to put those. And it's like one of the few spots I can't. Nope. Oh. There we go. Sister's sensory overload. Oh dear. Reminds me, I have 2 little cousins that are around the same age as my nephew. And one night we had all 3 of them And they had all, like, I come back to my room, I was playing Skyrim at the time. One of them's a bit older, and he's, like, questioning what's going on. And as the other two are making a ruckus because they're younger. And I'm just like, let's move some things out of here, because I really don't want you messing with it. I can't remember what it was. There was a toy that got left behind. Because at the time, I had my bed in an awkward spot. I have a trundle bed. It's a bed that has a, if you don't know the name specifically, I have a full bed, and then underneath is a drawer, and that has a twin. And so I often set up my bed like a day bed, aka a bed that has like, that's meant to like just generally go against a wall, not really in a corner. Or go against a wall long ways rather than the normal way you'd expect a bed. I don't explain good. Let me just grab my own bed. Most beds go like this. Day beds kind of go like that. I had my day bed, I had my trundle set up like that. And apparently, they couldn't find a toy. And a while later, I had rearranged my, like a couple weeks later, I rearranged my room and the toy was sitting under my bed. I'm like, how the hell did it get back there? And I remembered, oh, right. They were making a ruckus in my room and they probably dropped it behind. Gotta love lag. Get out of here. Okay. And now I actually have to do work. I should do this upper area, but I actually need to make these. I'm not sure how I want to do this. So my immediate thought is to just literally do the most basic thing and just do this. That's not correct. Like, this is my immediate thought. This is very basic, but it works. It is a pillar we can do. I don't feel like this works for this build and not what I'm trying to aim for with this build. Because my inspiration for this build, I'm saying that way too much, is Skyrim, and specifically Dwarven Skyrim, as Dwarven structures in Skyrim. I'm like half tempted that we switch over to Skyrim for a little bit so I can get a reference. Like, Skyrim does not stream well for me, but I'm still very tempted. And I need a brain break. You know what? Yeah. I should be in the exact place I left myself. I gotta move around the PNG tuber for a second. There we go. Let me switch over to Skyrim for a second. Just literally label as that. Just getting a reference real quick. We're not sticking to this game at all. I just want to see. Why, pray tell, is my phone going off? I can't see a good reason why my phone is going off. I think what we're gonna do, blip. I think what we're gonna do is, Skyrim, hello? Is we'll take a quick look at these structures, because I'm pretty sure, I'm damn near positive, because I'm pretty sure I haven't logged on since the last time I looked at this, and I looked at this 2 days ago. That we will just... Yes, it is picking it up. Okay, I don't have to fix that. Let me grab the right save. Can I have my mouse? There we go. Yes. Unless this is not the correct save. But it should be. It should be. Theoretically. I lost my mouse. I just wanted to click off of one thing so I can see chat. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. You stole my mouse. I need to see chat. You stole my mouse. Sir. Sir, can you... Thank you. I want my mouse. Yes, I am exactly where I thought I was. Okay. Oh. Why am I over here? This is the start of it? Okay. We just gotta run real quick. Oh, this is actually perfect. There's a dwarven pillar right here. Okay. This is perfect. Alright. I'm not sure how to get that across in a 1x1 space, though, is the issue. These pillars are a much better example of something we can do. So I can get across this little area down here. And then we can just make it bigger as it goes up and then add... Oh, I love that kind of arch. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Took like 2 seconds of looking. My PNG tuber's gonna be laggy for a second as I'm getting this handled. Skyrim? There we go. Let me exit. Main desktop. And after I get these pillars done, we'll wrap up. Can I just immediately log back in? Maybe. Or will it send me to Minehunt? Okay, no. Let me switch to the correct thing. Yeah, okay. I don't think I actually want to use chiseled bricks in this. I think we're just gonna directly do this. We can leave that as it is. And then I don't have any other blocks. What I want to do is... Actually... I'm thinking over how I'm doing this. Where? I hear it. There it is. I think we'll replace all these pillars real quick and then I'll call it a night. Because I gotta do things. There we go. It might just be better without that, actually. I don't think... Actually, wait, brain blast, yes. Because I don't have a lot of room to get across those little details that I just pointed out I liked. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give the effect of it without actually getting it done at all. Because what I would do for a detail like that usually is I would go up one like this with the stairs and then build... I can't reach there! I hear a zombie dying, but it's fine. I would do something like this, but we don't have the room to do this. My floor for the next floor is... The ground for the next floor is here. This is it. So I literally do not have the space to do this. So we're gonna attempt to give the same effect without actually doing it at all. While still keeping the exact design we have here. Which is surprisingly a lot more simple to get done than you'd think. And it should give the effect of it, especially when it's copied over and over in such a large area like we've done here, because I'm just doing a basic 5x5. So all we're literally gonna do is just... Actually, it wouldn't be like that. It would be like this. Yeah, this is literally all we're gonna do. I'm not sure how I want to get this front... I'm not sure if I want to leave these open or put a genuine wall here, so we'll leave these mostly barren for now. I know for sure I definitely want to do this, though. And then switch this one out. There we go. So we'll try and give the same effect of actually doing it. And let's do this one completely as a reference. Actually, doing this over and over for all of these will take like another half hour, and I don't have that time. So let's just do this one, and then we'll call it a night, yeah? And then for reference, so we'll know how it looks in total. I'm gonna completely finish the floor of this one. There we go. Oop. And do the same thing right here real quick. That doesn't quite get across the right thing that I want. I think maybe literally just doing this would do better. I think it's the best I got for now. I might just let this sit and I'll think of something to make this even better. I can't. Ooh. Wait. Wait. We cooking? I have an idea on how we could give this false effect. By actually literally doing it and just making it seem like it's better than it is. Yeah! Yeah, that gives the right effect. Okay, okay. Alright, cool. I may change this, but for now, I like that. If I want to make this seem even... Get away! Get away! Let's sleep real quick. Oh. I still haven't finished my tea. Been talking too much. I think if I do this, I'm... Ooh, wait. Huh. Let's try that out real quick. I want to see what that looks like if I do it all the way around. Maybe. Get out of here. Might as well do it here too. I think that gives the proper effect that I was headed for in the first place. If I were to continue in this room, it'd look a little something like that, so I can get a full view of what that may be. But I definitely don't want to do this. I feel like that's a bit too much, and it makes it feel more like an arch and not just ceiling decor. Because I want this to be very defined as ceiling decor. I have a very limited amount of space here. We have a 5x5x5 area. Technically a 7 cube, but pick it. What the what? Stop biting me! Just kind of have a compilation of you biting. I don't blame you though, biting's fun, but... Sorry. I'm not sure. Problem is, I build a lot of arches. I like my arches. Building such square details. Yes, it's block game, but building such square details isn't something I normally do. But for the style I'm emulating, this is the best I have on hand. That was a serious amount of lag. This is the best choice I have for the moment. How long until the server shuts down? Nope, there's the blocks. Can I... Thank you. I will definitely have to fix this. I feel like we're doing too much stone brick at the moment. I want to add more. I thought that was my stream. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I need to find some more blocks that will work with this palette. My immediate thought is the acacia wood, which is silver on the outside. Yes, it's orange, but the wood itself, not the plank. The wood itself would be okay. Because this can kind of work well. We can do some andesite. Maybe tough, but I'm hesitant on that. One, because it's difficult to gather. Because I'm going to have to spend a lot of time mining for that. And two, because I feel like it's too green when I'm aiming towards a more orange palette. But if I mix enough nature in, it might fit in. Orange, green, blue. It's not really blue, though. We have a gray. Technically, this... If you wanted to slap a color on this, it'd be closer to blue than probably anything else, although it does have tints of green in here, so the tough might fit in really well. AFK break, overstimulated. That's fair. I am very hesitant on the tough. I'll have to do some experimentation outside of stream for that. Thankfully, we have a fair amount of gray blocks, but I think my best bet is andesite and stone for the moment. I might find some ways to use some other stuff and branch into some other colors adjacent to the gray we've been using. But I'm definitely going to have to work with this. This will not be staying. We will work on it. Sadly, did not get to any shenanigans this stream. I will probably work on those very shortly, though. If this is the video, you'll see in a second. If this makes it in at all. But yeah. I want to set up some shenanigans. I want to start setting up mini games for the SMP, and I have an idea for at least one. So we can just have, me and Pumpkin can have some fun while we wait on people to join, and so on. But yeah, okay. That's definitely not staying, though. I will fix this. But yeah. That'll be it for tonight. Let me log off. That was the starting page, that was not the chatting page. Alright, do I know anybody who's streaming? No. Thank you all for joining me. Oh wait, hold on. Wait. I need to do the little thing. And thankfully, it just popped up right now, 9 o'clock. Nightbot just showed you all the beautiful links you can go and check out. And if you're seeing the VOD of this, you could also check out the YouTube channel, which would be very thankful of me. We got a bunch of videos up. I have several more I still need to post. I got a couple more shorts that need to go up. If you want to know when all the actual videos go up, I recommend the Discord. And Twitter, you could also just get the live notifications if you just want those. That's fantastic. You get everything you want. And if you're on the VOD channel itself, it's all down there below. It's all down there for your convenience. Yeah. And that's it. The new video should be out soon. I expect within this week, meaning if you're seeing this in the next couple days, the 13th, by the 13th. I really hope it turns out sooner than that. I want it to. But latest the 13th, it'll be posted. Yeah. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.